on the ground. Do you see him? You don't see him. Nice sit. Should you take it? Can you take a couple steps?
What if we don't do any treats and just see what happens? I don't know that she'll.
She's not paying attention to the leash, which is good. Oh, look at. Oh, that's nice. Oh.
Oh.
Maybe it's me. I just saw your eyes for the first time. Under that poof.
Oh my.
Wow. So she doesn't do this with you.
Okay. Maybe. Okay. Maybe she's so stoked about your treats.
That's what I'm wondering.
Okay, wait.
So, we can see that Jessie's really tied into the treat bag, and so walking just really isn't her jam, and so she's a little bit wound up. So she's trying to offer me any behavior, which this is great because this is a nice mat stay, to get a treat. So when she gets really amped up, which she sometimes does when she's trying to figure out what exactly you're offering her or asking for, and she's offering every behavior, is to just get down on her level and bring your energy level down, and it will bring hers down as well. So if you grab a couple of treats or kibble or whatever you've got, sit with her on the ground. Down. Yes. And just, whenever you see something you like, just treat her. Just to get her to relax, center her chi.
You can come in.
There we go.
This will be good because Melissa's coming in now,
Yeah,
so
we'll
we'll get all kinds of crazy amped up behavior, but we can keep still working on just keeping her calm.
So her attention's on me and the treats, which is great.
Perfect. You snuck in good.
Yeah. There we go.
Now, obviously, this would be hard. You're not going to sit down in the middle of a walk out in the street, but like if you're practicing at home and she's getting super amped up, or just like in the driveway or in the backyard, that's a time when you want to you're really going to beat your head against the wall if you keep trying to get her to do things when she's in a kind of a bonkers state. So
it's true. I think about it as they're in like their dog brain, and it's not a place where they can learn. They're just too amped up. So you kind of have to bring them back down to reality. So now that she's kind of calm, you can stand up and we can take advantage of the calm behavior and work on the mat stay. So you can take a couple steps back, toss her a treat, and then you can release her. Jessie, come! Yes. And then have her go back since she's nice and calm. Down. Yes. Have her stay. Get a few seconds in. Jessie, come. Yes. And then have her go back. So this would be a really good game too, to increase the value of her coming into the circle of fun near you to treat and get rewarded for having come to you. So when you're out in your backyard and you can't get her to come in, this would be a good game to kind of play outside of the times when you're trying to get her to come back inside. So if she's, outside and you're out there with her, you can do a couple find it's, and that would just look like this. Jessie, find it. And then have her come. Jessie, come. And turn your back to her and have her chase you. Dogs really love chase, and so if you are the chasee, then it becomes a game to her. And then when she gets to you, you can increase the value by adding things like touch, touch, touch. So it makes it super fun, yes, for her to come back to you and get rewarded. And then you can leash her up and bring her inside, or grab her by, do a collar grab and bring her in.
I'm going to talk while you're doing this. So, yeah, let's just start and just kind of see if we just...
Ooh, we're doing better with touches.
Yeah, so I think sometimes, Sharon, when we're working with Jessie, she just gets so excited about the process, and I think even sometimes when we have the food, it's a little overwhelming for her. And you can see she just keeps trying to offer different behaviors. Can I just sit? Can I go down? And then maybe gets a little frustrated and starts with the jumping. So maybe really just doing like trying to get a couple nice steps in, maybe, and then just like a let's go walk. I would call a let's go walk just like, hey, we're gonna let you kind of do whatever you want to do as long as you're not pulling. So maybe Chloe just sort of walk up the driveway and let her like go over to the side and just be like, let's go, see what happens. Let her sniffy sniff. But see, she knows, they've been doing a lot of working with, the treats. So she's kind of obsessed with that situation. And the walking in front and turning is a little frustrating. But I think if we were somewhere out of what I would call our training zone, she would probably just be more interested in just kind of walking around and checking things out.
Nice. Turn this way. That's nice. She's too tied into the bag, I think.
Yeah. What if we take that off altogether?
Welcome to our final review video for Jessie and her week 6 of puppy day school. Can't believe it always seems to go by so fast. So we've spent the past 6 weeks, introducing new skills. She generally, for her age, where she is probably above the average, which is amazing. You can see her attention is insane. What we know about her and what I've seen, even with our other trainers, my other trainers that have been here, is that her ability to perform at her highest level with others isn't as great, and that's to be expected. Dogs are all about reward history. What is the reward history? Am I getting rewarded for the right thing at the right time? And obviously, it's my job. It's what I've done for 25 years. So I'm going to be better at that, I hope, than you are. And so that doesn't mean that those skills won't happen for you. They're just going to take a little bit longer to get her to the same place. We did a couple videos with Chloe to kind of introduce some ideas about what to do when she goes bonkers and she's dragging her bed around and jumping all over on her leash. I would say that's one of our hardest, or one of the skills that is most difficult for her right now, is walking on the leash without spinning in front. And again, you'll see that in some of the other videos. I really do want you to watch. We did a second segment, short little video clip this week about how to introduce calm behaviors, how to teach calm. And that's something that would be really good for her, because she does tend to just get crazy and she's so fun and so energetic, but then it kind of goes off the deep end. So those are things that you could work on with her to help when she gets a little bit bonkers. And again, just to recap, we've worked on, obviously she came here,
Hey, hi, sit. Knowing, oh, I know, it's really hard to go down or go into a sit from a down. Very nice. And we've worked on,
yes, she knows how to offer down.
sit.
This is one of the things we talk about is, she offers a lot of behaviors when she gets wound up and frustrated, and learning really just to think about what we want is something that comes with maturity. Touch. Touch. Okay, so not pause, touch. There we go. Good. Starting to introduce more behaviors for less treats. That's something we're working on. Down. She's ridiculous at down. Okay. And go to your place. Very good at that. So good. We've been working at further distances with that. You'll see that in the other videos. Her recall when we're practicing is generally spot on. Again, when she gets out into other, when she gets out into other places and for higher levels of distraction, that's going to be harder. That's part of what, kind of getting her through adolescence is going to be, like exposing her to other things and, keeping those rewards high when we get in places that are more difficult. So we will have a follow-up lesson at your place where we will be able to go over any questions you have, talk about some of the challenges that you might be having. So we'll get that on the books for sometime in the next 2 weeks. And other than that, I'm so proud of her, and I'm gonna miss her. And thank you for her cookies that she brought today. Did you see that when I said cookies? She was like, oh, oh. Yes, I know. Bless you. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.